Hello and welcome to the Global Fashion Workshop channel. I remind you that we release a new video 3 times a week. Today, we are continuing to work on the second dress for Inga. If you remember correctly, we have been discussing this dress when we were fitting the first one. Here is a sketch. As you remember, we will trim 8 to 9 centimeters here. Our sleeve length is 32 centimeters. The width of the elastic is 6 centimeters. The length of the dress is 80 centimeters. But the flounce will be 22 out of 80 centimeters. This is a basic pattern. The length of this pattern is 80 centimeters from the waistline. We're going to cut 22 centimeters and make a flared flounce from this part. When I started to cut out the pattern, I realized that I don't need to cut the side seams. We will make it slightly wider in the side seams because of the batiste. We need to remember that it should be a loose fit. If we take a look at the sketch again, we can see some kind of gather right here. And here is the entrance into the pocket. But we will make it slightly differently. We will make concealed pockets in the side seams. The dress will not be cut at the waistline, just straight with a belt or something like that. We will decide later. I do not make unnecessary gatherings on the waistline because Inga asked me about this. You can make a million different types of this dress. You can cut it at the waistline. You can make the top and the bottom gathered, or make the bodice fitted and the bottom flared. You can even make the dress with layers. It can be flared or straight, really whatever you want. Use your imagination and design your own dress that is perfect for you. Take a look here. We're going to make a wide sleeve here. This sleeve is built from the raglan sleeve. I will attach it to the dress like the raglan sleeve is. But first things first, let's start from the side seams. I am making the pattern about 2 centimeters wider at the waist and hips. This line should be slightly concaved. I'm making the bottom about 4 centimeters wider. I'm drawing a new side seam line now. We have a long lesson today, so please be patient. As you can see, I made it a little bit wider. I'm drawing a new side seam line on the back bodice. Yes, it is important that the side seam is to be placed in the middle of the basic pattern because we will be making concealed pockets in the side seams. I'm copying the new line of the side seam onto the back bodice. And repeat once again. You don't need to do the same adjustments as me, because I work with batiste, and batiste requires a loose fit. But Inga doesn't really want this dress to be too loose. We're working on the side seams now. I'm going to cut it out, and you will see how the back and the front bodices look. Pay attention, please. The pattern is at full length right now with the flounce. Yes, now we're cutting. The center front line. I have everything marked here. So, here is the front bodice and the back bodice. And we are ready to continue. I cut out the bust dart and temporarily move it to the center front line. I always move the bust dart to the center front line so it is not in the way. This is just a temporary fix. Now let's work with the shoulder seam. No, actually I think that we should do it later. Let's make the armhole about 12 millimeters deeper. And get the sleeve ready. I cut out about 12 to 13 millimeters and make the start. This is the adjustment for the raglan sleeve. The dart came out like this, and now I'm slashing along the fold. We will open it for the gathering. Our gathering will not be large. A large gather does not fit Inga very well. If you wear a small or medium size, you can make the large gathering. It's beautiful. Now let's check the shoulder seam. Of course, we will be cutting all of this, but everything should be done precisely. I'm putting the shoulders line here so that they are both the same. I'm just getting rid of this part. Now I'm sure that our shoulders are the same and that we have not made a mistake. I'm attaching the front part of the sleeve with the front bodice. Like this. Perfect. I attach the back side of the sleeve with the back bodice. The center of the sleeve should go here, to the shoulder seam. I attached the sleeve the same way as we have prepared for a raglan. It looks as if we prepare this sleeve for the raglan, but in order to make this neckline, it needs to be attached this way. I will show you the line that we are working with right now. We are working with this top line. If we want to make a beautiful neckline, we should adjust the shoulders and then draw our neckline. I want to open the center front line of the dress about 9 centimeters. I also want to open about 10 centimeters on the center back line. Why 9 centimeters and not deeper? Well, of course, we can open it from here. But if we open it that deep, this line will go down from the sleeve, like this, and then it won't stay. This concaved line should look beautiful here from one arm to the other arm. And this line should make sense. We're going to work on it. I'm making this concave curve here to the sleeve. Pay attention, I'm not measuring it. What a perfect line! Let me tell you how much I've got. I took off 11 centimeters from the sleeve. This line should be beautiful. Let's draw this beautiful line here from this point. Now I'm cutting it. I'm cutting out this part and throwing it away. This design is popular now. It's so cool and fashionable. Look at our sleeve. Here's the center of the sleeve. Let's mark it. I write here, the center of the sleeve. Oh, my pen is not writing. Oh my god. I cut all of this off and I'm throwing it away. We've got a little more here, but this does not really matter. What do we have so far? Let's see. We've got this sleeve, which I will continue working on. I'm starting with the sleeve. And let me tell you what I want to change in this line. We will be cutting the sleeve and spreading the edges to make it a one piece. When we make a new wide sleeve, we make this line a little less concaved, just for its beauty. Here's the first cut. This is the center of the sleeve. I match the center of the sleeve. I spread the top here about 2 centimeters and the bottom about 4 centimeters. I want the sleeve to be wider at the bottom. And I made 2 cuts in each half. I'm making it more flared here than on the top. I'm also adding here in this seam. I need to add there because I've already added at the side seam of the bodice, because otherwise it would not be enough sleeve. I've added 2 centimeters on the top and 4 centimeters on the bottom. Now I'll take a marker and I'm going to trace the outline. This is the center of the sleeve now. And I'm going to correct this line a little. These lines should look beautiful. Pay attention now. Get ready. If you want to learn how to make such dresses, you have to work hard. You need to do it again and again to understand how this line should look like. Make a sample garment. You should understand how to make these sleeves. I'm adding here because I made the pattern of the bodice wider in the side seams. This will be the front part. And of course, we won't make any hems because it is a bell-shaped dress. This sleeve will hem by the wide facing. The sleeve is ready. This all here we're going to throw away. Oh, look at our perfect sleeve. I'm getting a really good feeling now when I see it, honestly. So the width of the bottom of the sleeve is 68 centimeters. Look at this sleeve. It's 68 centimeters. It's so pretty. Here's our sleeve. 68 centimeters. Perfect. I'm very happy. We've made a lot of different sleeves on our channel, and they are all done from the basic pattern that we have shown in our course, 10 measurements. I don't even know what kind of sleeve we haven't done so far. I think that we have made all kinds of sleeves on our channel. Oh my goodness, so pretty. So, our sleeve is ready. The back bodice and the front bodice are ready too. But there's something else we need to pay attention to. Let's work just a little bit more. The back and the front bodice are together. I'm cutting out 22 centimeters from the bottom. And here we make the flounce with a little bit of flare. We're making the flounce on the fabric. I'm just cutting this. Remember, we have already made the pattern for all the pieces. Let me mark it here. Flounce, top, and now everything I can cut. Since our front and back bodices are the same width, we only need to make one flounce. If we had a different width of the front and the back bodices, the side seam would not be on the side of the body, and then we would have to make the back flounce and the front flounce. It's all way too complicated. We do not need it. No fuss. Now I'm going to move the dart on the front bodice. I spread the back bodice for the gathering. I will be doing it onto the fabric. And now we're looking at the bust dart. I'm not moving it to the same spot where it was before, but slightly to the center. Gathers will look better this way. I'm closing this temporary bust dart. And let me tell you what I'm going to do next. I'm adding a little more for the gathering on the center front line. I will be adding a little bit here. This is the batiste. It needs to be loose. I will cut the back here to the bottom and open it to the fabric. So our pattern is done. Here we have the front bodice. We will spread it on the front center line. Also, we have the back bodice, which we will spread in the back center line. We've got a beautiful, magnificent sleeve. And we've got patterns for a flounce. It's all done. Let's fit it on Inga. Inga would love to have a lot of dresses. I came to work today and I found a lot of sketches. So, get ready to work a lot. And we will continue making interesting dresses from our book, 1000 Dresses. It will be very interesting. I think that we will work on jumpsuits as well. We need a new jumpsuit, so we have a lot of plans. We're going to work. It's time to say goodbye. Click the like button, share our videos on social media, subscribe to our channel, and write comments. Thank you for watching. All the best from Paukšte Irina Mihailovna and the rest of our team. Also, Natasha was behind the camera. I let her out to you. See it. She is happy.